I think every podcast I know that takes off is just because people like the host.
Right.
Or the guest or the chemistry.
Right.
They'll be like, what's the hook of your podcast? I'm like, me and my friends being funny. They're like, nobody wants that.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's all they want.
Yeah.
And that's what people want.
I had a big hook.
Okay.
And it sank.
What was the hook?
Kanye West.
That's right. That's right. That was a very big hook.
I had a big.
Yeah, and much like the shape of a hook, Kanye took a real 180, and you had to make some adjustments.
That's the thing about hooks; you can get poked.
That's right.
Yeah,
don't mess around with hooks if you don't want to get stabbed.
They're pointy. Yeah.
Try to drag you down.
Yeah, I hooked my grandma one time fishing. Yeah, kind of made me a way more careful. Less risk taking. I used to just cast that rod out there.
Yeah.
And that, after you hook your grandma's jogging suit,
Oh, you got her in the suit though, not the skin.
Yeah, not the skin. If it was the skin, it would have been traumatic. It would have been like, don't let him fish ever again.
I did that to my best friend when I was a kid. I hooked him through the hand, through the webbing of the hand.
Really?
The most fish-like part of a body.
Yeah.
I got him. And I don't know if I've fished since. I think I might be traumatized. How did you get your grandma? Was she behind you, I hope?
She behind me.
She wasn't like standing on top of the water.
No, but so my grandmother and my grandfather took us out fishing, but my grandfather got there first.
Okay.
So me and my sister rode on the pickup truck with my grandfather.
Right.
So when we got out there, we ready to go.
Right.
We're hype.
That's right.
So my grandmother and my mom, they just setting up. And then that's,
And they caught that anxious. How old are you at this time?
Oh, man, I'm probably like maybe 9.
Oh, you're fired up. Can't be slowed down.
Oh,
can't be stopped.
I had that beginner's luck. I was catching. I caught like 6 fish that day, like live bait, fake bait.
Wow.
Reel, line, just whatever. Whatever you hand me, I'm coming out with a fish.
Wow. And you probably drank a surge on the way over.
Oh,
You're caffeinated.
Oh, so much
off the
Faygo.
walls.
So much like, Mr. K or whatever.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Remember Jolt? Were you a Jolt kid? Ooh, man.
Jolt, that's a little before my time. I found out about it on VH1. I'm more of a Surge.
Yeah.
That was my era. Surge. Mountain Dew Code Red.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the energy drinks back in the day.
Before the Baja, before they went to the Baja.
Before they sold out.
Before it got Bahamian, when it was just Code Red, like emergency Mountain Dew.
Yeah, break in case of emergency.
Yeah.
Your slumber party's slowing down. Code Red. Yeah, Code Red.
Yeah,
smash the glass.
Yeah. What a wild name for a drink.
Yeah, man.
What a wild name for a drink. Let's name this drink after an emergency.
Yo, I kind of think about this sometimes. When you look at the early aughts in the 90s, it's like we knew we were running out of resources, and that was like our YOLO era.
Yeah.
Like it was like we knew about global warming, but we were like, all right, everybody get the biggest SUV you can possibly get, jack it up.
Right.
Get 12 miles to the gallon. That's the goal. Under 10 miles to the gallon, you're really the coolest guy in town.
You turning off Captain Planet, and then your parents are driving you in an SUV.
That's
You know what I'm saying? Like you just fought pollution earlier that day, and then afterwards, somebody's pulling up to school with a Navigator.
That's right. now you're in a Hummer H2 for some reason. You know what I'm saying? Drinking a Code Red.
Right. Like, oh, those rules don't apply to us, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that's how it was back in the day.
Yeah. And it was like that. And then also, like, we're becoming aware of, like, food and health. But then in the 90s and early aughts, it's like Code Red, Mountain Dew, Hardee's, 2 thick burgers for the price of 1.
Come on.
We were going nuts. It was like Smoke 'em If You Got 'em was the name of that era.
You got a reward for eating fast food. You got a toy.
You got a toy, yeah.
Like, vegetables had nothing.
Not a thing.
No giveaways. It's never like, oh, man, if you put all the celery in the bottom of the bag, it's a prize.
Yeah.
There's no incentive.
You get 1 Avenger for every broccoli floret you eat.
Honestly, as a kid, I was a free agent.
You were open to anything.
I was for the toys. So,
yeah.
Healthy food didn't have a chance because they didn't have any brand deals.
Man, none at all. As if eating a cheeseburger and fries is not its own reward. You know what I'm saying? You don't even have to give me. I didn't even need that bribe.
Come on, have me send in Apple stickers.
Right?
And then get something, maybe I'm eating apples.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
For every 12 Dole banana stickers you send in.
Let me send in a sticker saying I ate the fruit and get something.
Give me some Hulk hands.
Come on.
You know?
Mattel, Hasbro, where y'all at? Cross promotion. Holla at your boy.
Come on.
Yeah.
I would eat drive-through fruit.
Drive-through fruit. Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Has it even been tried?
And why not?
Have they even tried drive-through fruit?
I've seen the stand. Just give me a drive-through lane.
Right. Let's get some infrastructure. Let's get some buildings where they bring the fruit and drive through fruit.
Yeah, pre-cut, ready to go. Give me a small carton of pineapple slices for my commute, please.
Guess what else y'all gonna have at drive through fruit?
What's that?
Juice.
Come on. Fresh.
Juice. Yeah.
Ooh.
Smoothie.
Oh.
Who's to say they don't have ice at drive through fruit? I know water's not a fruit, but they can have ice. They can mix some ice in with the fruit.
Is there no drive-through Jamba Juice?
Maybe. Is Jamba
Smoothie King?
juice though? Is that fruit juice or is that Jamba? What's Jamba?
That is the right question.
Well, I know what Jumbo is. That's Swahili, but what's Jamba?
Yeah.
I know what jam is.
Okay. Let's
Every
break this
connotation, you know, it could be a slam dunk, it could be a song, it could be preserves. But what's Jamba?
Yeah. It sounds like a form of exercise.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I got to go to Jamba class.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would hang out with y'all, do another round, but I got Jamba class in the morning.
My back's been tied. I got a Jamba. You know how I get?
Yeah.
You know how I get?
I got a Jamba until I juice. That's what they call sweat when you go to Jamba class.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they ain't nothing but Jamba juice. Hey, wipe that off. Somebody's coming in the next class.
When you're juicing, it's a good day. That's what the teacher yells.
If you ain't juicing, you ain't Jamba.
Remember, guys, the juice is worth the squeeze. Come on. And then you got to keep Jamba. We got 5 more minutes of Jamba. Woo!
We got a good show for you guys this evening, this morning, this afternoon, whatever time. If you don't know what time it is yet, you start listening to this before you even started to listen to the clock. We got Kenny DeForest in the building.
Oh, my God.
People have been complaining online about the air horns. What's up, new people?
Yeah.
New to the show. We 60 episodes in. Y'all want to start complaining now?
Did you choose Nelly because I'm from Missouri?
Yeah.
Let's go.
I'm that
now
type of
we
nerd.
Up in the big leagues. And then, as long as we get it, the lunatic dead. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Oh, batter up.
Come on.
Man, that's the most hype I've ever been on a podcast in my life.
The music gets you hype.
Gosh.
Yeah. Some of the people that watch this don't get it with the music.
Who complains about air horns, man? What are you doing? I've never heard air horns have been having a bad day, ever.
Everyone that's complained, though, they've done it in a way that makes it feel like it's from love. It's like, brother, you gotta engineer better, brother. Like you gotta work on these levels, brother. And it does feel like, all right,
yeah,
they wanted to be different.
They wanted to succeed.
Yeah.
But also, here's the thing about podcasts. You can't control when these people listen. Like, if it's early morning, that might be a lot.
Right.
But what about your evening commute?
Right.
You need the air horns to get yourself home.
Right.
Rob's helping you out.
Come on. I used to listen to mixtapes. They wasn't always engineered properly. That was part of the fun.
That's right.
That's a part of the feeling like, oh, I don't know if I'm supposed to have this.
Yeah. Like Funk Flex is just dropping bombs all over your favorite song. And yeah, the whole time you're like, you don't have to do it this much. You don't have to keep reminding us who you are, but I'm listening.
Right.
You just got to let the DJ do his thing.
What if loud air horns are an artistic choice and they deserve a breakdown of their meaning? You know, when Spike Lee makes the footage grainy, no one's like, hey, man, I couldn't really see some of the crowd in the Kings of Comedy. It's like, no, that's what Spike Lee does. He makes it grainy sometimes.
That's right.
I sometimes make the air horns loud for artistic purposes.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have to say that.
I don't think you should have to say. I don't think you should have to explain yourself.
I shouldn't have to say that. Kenny DeForest, do you have any fears?
Dang. Oof. Yeah, of course. But you know what? A lot of the ones, the deep sea.
Okay.
Yeah. I like the beach, but the deep sea.
Lowercase c, cool, but the deep sea issues.
Ooh, baby.
Yeah,
we don't belong in there. That's a different world. We're in their world. You know what I mean?
Yeah. How close are you? Like, okay, would you get on a boat knowing you're not going that far?
Yeah, I mean, I've been like deep sea fishing or whatever.
Okay.
But, as soon as the waves start to, I just freak out. It's so scary.
Yeah.
I don't know what's under that water. I want to be able to see. And like, think about it. Every nightmare you've ever had, you're trying to fight underwater. That's like the scariest situation.
You don't know my nightmares?
Oh, what? Tell me about your nightmares, Rob.
Hey, first of all, every dream I have the gift of flight.
Oh, amazing.
No matter serious, it could be just a dream about something like everybody could walk away. I'll just like, yep, still can fly.
Every night you go to sleep, you fly.
No, I don't fly. I can.
Okay.
There's some dreams where it's just like, oh, okay, I'm at the club. I don't really need to fly right now.
Right.
Freak people out.
Yeah.
But, I'll go in the bathroom and be like, yep, still got it. Okay.
I like the fact that you still got to go to the bathroom in your dreams.
Well, no, I just went to check to see if I can fly. I lied. Yeah. I was like, yo, I gotta take one, and then I go back there. Whoop.
Back in the VIP section, back to dancing. That's
so
amazing.
In all your nightmares, you're drowning, you're in the water, you're fighting, shark action.
Yeah, a lot of I can't punch. I'm trying to punch. A whale. Yo, daddy, I don't want that at all. Moby Dick. Ooh. Yeah. You know what? Yeah. Moby Dick was big in my childhood and Jaws. I think that's at play here.
Okay.
I saw too many large fish eat people in my youth. All right.
Are you talking about Moby Dick like you saw it or you read it or it was a comic? They used to give us Moby Dick many ways when we was kids.
Yeah, they gave us the D many different ways. Yeah. Any way we would take it.
Any way you want that Moby Dick, you was going to get it. I remember there was a book in our library and it was like they made Moby Dick into a comic book, but it was like a huge comic book. And it was like, I might as well read the book.
Yeah, why did they, why would they want children so badly to read Moby Dick? What was the big...
I think it's like it was popular at one time and they're like, yo, we got too much stuff that references this. You gonna need this.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to know what a white whale is. Yeah. That's a big reference out there in the world. Yeah, okay. That makes sense.
Yeah.
After I saw Jaws, there was a stretch of time that I couldn't walk on blue carpet. If the carpet was blue, I was like, there's sharks in the carpet. I can't do it.
I'm so glad I watched Jaws this decade.
You're new to Jaws.
Totally removed from Jaws, just looking at it as a 70s movie. Like, if I saw that at a time where I could just accept it as current, like if I saw it as a kid before I even could tell when stuff was from.
When the graphics were in line with the time of
right.
Yeah.
Would have been freaked out. But I think my parents avoided that movie for a reason because we lived in Florida at the time and had lots of times where we would need to be at the beach not freaking out.
Yeah.
So I think they excluded.
That was self-preservation. They needed you to want to be at the beach.
Yeah.
That was one place they could take their child and be like, just go entertain yourself.
Yeah. Did you grow up around any water?
Lakes and rivers, yeah.
Okay. And you cool in the lakes and the rivers?
Yeah, but man, even as a kid after Jaws,
okay.
It took a lot of convincing that there was no sharks in that lake. A lot of convincing.
Got you.
Yeah, man.
I need to observe for years. Give me some time before I just buy the no sharks thing. I'm not taking your word for it.
Yeah. I don't trust you anymore, Mom.
Yeah.
You told me to watch this movie in the first place. That's what got us into this situation.
Right.
Right. So who are you to tell me what is and isn't good for me? Obviously, you don't know your baby boy. You put me in this hell, this fresh hell.
Where'd you grow up?
Springfield, Missouri.
Southwest
Missouri, yeah.
Is that the one from The Simpsons?
We like to think so.
Okay.
But it's us or Springfield, Illinois.
Okay.
Springfield, Illinois is a capital city, which I believe Springfield and The Simpsons is a capital. And Springfield, Illinois also has a Jebediah Springfield-esque figure in their town.
Okay.
But we do have a big power plant, so, but every town does. I don't know.
I saw a TikTok that made it seem like it's Springfield, Oregon.
Well,
and I was like, oh, man. I never even considered them to be on the West Coast.
No, and come on. There's an episode that I remember where Homer's teaching the kids in the garage, and then they ask where Springfield is on a map. And then right as Homer's pointing to it, Bart stands up so you can't see.
Yeah.
But his head's only blocking the middle of the country.
Gotcha.
So I think that takes Springfield, Oregon out of this.
All right.
Mr. TikTok Man.
Hey, don't call me Mr. TikTok Man.
Oh, I was talking to the TikTok Man.
Oh, I got you. Okay,
but honestly, not a bad rebrand. Mr. TikTok Man.
Mr. TikTok Man.
It's like Mr. Saturday Night, but for Gen Z.
People got to show up to your live if you're Mr. TikTok Man, or else you got to end it. You can't be Mr. TikTok Man, go live, and like nobody's watching.
Yeah, you can't have that. Yeah, that does set a really high set of expectations.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man.
Only 7 people in this live, Mr. TikTok Man. Like, it's got a different ring to it.
Yeah, that's like calling yourself Mr. Smooth, but you can't kiss at all.
Mm-hmm,
you know what I mean? Bad dance. Here comes Mr. Smooth, but he can't even do the cha-cha slide. It's not a good look.
Right. Man, the cha-cha slide, there's so many. Once you, these other dances, they give you directions, but you already got to kind of know what's going on. The cha-cha slide, you could really come into blind.
Yeah, but they could have helped us out with Charlie Brown.
Nah, that's the fun.
That's the fun.
That's the fun.
We got whatever that means to you.
They don't ask you to Charlie Brown early. And then also...
I used to try to kick a football and then fall on my back. That's how I Charlie Brown. Yeah.
I before seeing on like the video how they did it, because they just Charlie Brown, like that. I would have did how the Charlie Brown kids are on the cartoon when they...
Yeah, that is the move. It's just kind of like arms at the side, legs moving in ways that sort of defy physics. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Kenny, since you shaved your head and everything, have you worn a yellow shirt with a black zigzag?
No, but I should. I should step into my power. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I do. Grief. I am Charlie Brown. Good grief. Good grief indeed. What am I doing? Man, I definitely have some Linus friends.
Yeah.
Some real stinky boys. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. For sure.
Yeah. You know them too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They're all our peers.
I used to hang out at your apartment sometimes. I'd be on your couch watching Byron Allen and other comedy shows.
Mainly Byron Allen. We were a big Byron Allen house.
Byron Allen, yeah.
Man, well, it was a fun bit we used to do where we'd have new people over and then try to convince them that we genuinely thought it was a great show. Oh, man. Comics Unleashed is on. You ever seen this? And they'd be like, yeah, man, but it's bad, right? Like, no, what are you talking about, dude?
Man. You're not really watching it.
Yeah.
You got to watch the goldfish in the back. They definitely had a fish tank on.
They definitely had a fish tank. And unexplainable.
Unleashed.
Byron Allen liked to flex in these weird ways.
Oh, it's unleashed, but it's not untanked,
Yeah. We're tanked up. That was the original Shark Tank. You know what I mean? Air horns.
Where did you start stand-up?
I mean, I guess I technically started in college. So I went to college in my hometown. And then, I started very infrequently doing stand-up because there was not a club or anything at that time.
Right.
When I started, like, I'm going to go try this, I would move to Chicago.
Oh, dope.
Yeah. So I consider myself a Chicago comic.
I got you.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, of course, we met in New York.
Yeah. I mean, I've been in New York longer than Chicago, so I guess I'm a New York comic. But I mean, like, in terms of comedically where I'm from, I'm from Chicago.
I think where you start has a big part of it. Or where
yeah, there's like a weird pride in it.
Yeah.
And you want to, you always like cheer for your squad.
Mm-hmm.
You got a good. Atlanta was deep when you were there, man. That was a great class. A great class.
Yeah, a lot of great comics came out of Atlanta.
We had a fun one. Philly's strong now. Philly's very strong in New York.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's fun. It's fun to sort of identify with that. So yeah, I'm a Chicago comic. I was there from 2009 to 2013.
Okay.
And then a mix of New York and LA since then, mostly New York. I was mainly just in LA for COVID.
Okay.
Sorry, I can't help but respond to that.
Oh no, it's all good.
That's the way my mind works. When I hear a hey, I hey back. It's very Midwest of me.
Kenny, what's your favorite color sky?
My favorite color sky is that beautiful pink sunset sky.
Okay.
Yeah, anytime there's a pink hue, that really blows my mind to look at. It's like
It's very beautiful out here. Like if you're outside at the right time, it's just like, oh man, I don't get this every day other places.
Yeah, no, that is the thing with LA, especially after it rains out here. When the air's clear, you really see the paradise this place could be if we just stopped smoking it out with exhaust and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because when there's no smog, this place it's like Shangri-La. It's unbelievable.
Okay. What is Shangri-La?
You know, I don't know. It's just something it's just one of those things that I've heard my whole life and never bothered to look up.
Yeah.
I think it's like paradise. I always think of it as like paradise.
Okay.
Shangri-La is like
I've heard it
heaven
since
on earth.
the beginning. I never didn't hear Shangri-La, but I never knew what it meant.
Yeah, I should look at I just like the way it sounds.
Yeah.
You know, Shangri-La.
Shangri-La.
Yeah. That's like where you want to be. Yeah, you can just tell. I don't you know what? I've never bothered to ask because I don't have to.
Right.
It's like one of those aptly named things.
Okay.
Welcome to Shangri-La. Absolutely.
I don't know what you mean, but thanks for welcoming me. I'm happy to be here.
Yeah. I can tell I need to take my shoes off at Shangri-La.
Heck yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Absolutely a shoes off house.
Yeah. Oh man, this is a free roll. It's Shangri-La, duh.
Yeah. Wow, heated floors. I should have expected this. Yeah, a lot of swans at Shangri-La on the grounds for sure. You know?
Okay.
For some reason. I don't know why, but they're there.
I don't think a swan has ever let me get that close.
They won't, man. They're guarded.
Yeah.
Yeah. They got closed off hearts, dog. They won't let you in, man. They keep their conversations really surface.
Yeah.
I just want to talk about the weather and sports.
Like if they had their neck all the way extended, I think I'd be alarmed. I think I'd be like, all right.
Yeah. That's why they're such lonely birds, man. They're just trying to they want to listen. But every time they stretch out, everyone gets scared and backs away.
Yeah.
It's a messed up cycle, man.
Kenny, do you believe in any other universes?
I mean, what do you mean?
What do you mean?
I mean, I guess I believe we're in the universe.
We're in the universe.
So I believe in that for sure. Do I believe in the multiverse?
Yeah.
Yeah, why not, man?
Okay.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
That's how I feel about most things. People are like, do you believe in aliens? I'm like, why not? Sure. Yeah. Let's make our lives more interesting. You know what I mean? Multiverse, absolutely. So
you would be cool. Aliens just came today. You would be all the way cool with it.
I mean, I don't know if I'd be cool.
I'd
have to see how they're acting first.
I got you.
You'd be cool.
I got you.
You know, I'll give you a chance. You know,
Mm-hmm.
welcome to my home, but respect my home.
Yeah.
You know, I doubt they'd come in peace. I can't see a world where they're coming in peace.
Why? Why wouldn't they come in peace?
I mean, I hope so, but I don't know. You think they just come down a bit? What's up, y'all? Just passing through. Wanted to see how y'all do. Just wanted to check out this Taylor Swift concert.
What if there's a place and there's generation no violence? You know what I'm saying? Generations.
So maybe they're coming here to teach us how to do that.
They just coming here to chill.
Like vacation.
Most places are chill.
Yeah.
Or most places are just all right, man, y'all carbon based, you know what I'm saying? Y'all coming through. We not even running on that. We not even worried about y'all.
Yeah. We're so not threatening to them.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're just down here hey man, you got some good waterfalls we want to look at.
Right.
You know, we want to see the running of the bulls. That looks cool. Want to check that out. See the Great Wall.
The running of the bulls.
Yeah. Just wanted to check that out. You know, listen to an Australian talking person. They want to do that. Sounds silly. I want to hear it with my own ears.
Yeah. Visit the Stonehenge. Take some pics.
Yeah. Revisit the pyramids that they built.
Okay. You think aliens built the pyramids?
No. I think we did it.
You think we did it?
Yeah, I think it's inconceivable to us that we
Kenny
ever
and
had
Rob?
advanced civilization. Me and you did it. Yeah, man. There's
Okay.
nothing that we can't do or nothing that we haven't already done.
Okay.
That's the other part of that.
What if the pyramids, built it from the top down? Like they just kept digging and they dug out the pyramids.
Okay. Have you heard comedian Eddie Griffin's theory on this?
No.
His theory is that they stacked wet sand and packed it in, built the pyramids around the wet sand, and then when the sand dried, the pressure of the stones pushed all the sand out of the open ducts. Because when sand's wet, it sticks together, but once it dries, it shoots apart. And for some reason, he did this in a stand-up comedy special. And it's not particularly funny, but it makes you think.
Man.
You can look it up and find it. Eddie Griffin on the pyramids. It's a pretty fascinating theory.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I mean, I think that there's just been advanced civilizations on this planet before. I think we've been more advanced than we realize. I think we have a very limited view of technology. And just because technology like what we have today didn't exist does not mean that they were not technologically advanced. Because think about it, like things like the Library of Alexandria, all that stuff. The whole library burns down. That was like, what, 80% of human knowledge or whatever they say lost in that one fire?
Mm-hmm.
So who knows how advanced we were before that, right? And then you have like the Dark Ages, but like where were we before the Dark Ages? You know, like there's been these times in history where we've had massive weather disasters or whatever, meteors hitting the earth, and it sets human beings back.
Mm-hmm.
But we could have been pretty advanced before that.
Yeah.
Because we see this shit everywhere. I think it's like, there's pyramids all around the world and stuff like that. So I don't know. Not to say that aliens wouldn't build pyramids all over the earth, but I don't know.
Right. I don't know.
It's hard to, and it's a lot to think about.
It's a lot to think about.
But I mean, if you think about ancient Egypt, that was like the center of the earth. That was like New York City of that time. That's where everybody was at. That's where that's where everything was popping.
Yeah.
That's where all the money was.
Okay.
So like they had unlimited resources, a very lenient view on slavery. You can get some stuff done.
Okay.
Pro-slavery stance.
Yo.
we are slaves away from doing some great things, Rob. That's what I came here to tell you, though.
No, man, no. I was down for the Egypt, and everything, and then you brought that into it, and it's like, oh yeah, that's how you build.
I know
the stuff,
Yeah. Yeah. Can't build pyramids with unions.
What if you could, though?
Man, everybody gets a fair wage.
Then we know how they were made. Mm-hmm. Then we know what, like the secrets is in all the
Yeah, there's so many theories about it. I think one of the theories is too that like it was underwater at one point.
Really?
Yeah. But I have to relook up that one. But it's something to do with the damage on the Sphinx. It looks like water damage. Yeah, you're nodding. That's right. You've heard this? Yeah. So there's so many theories on it, man. But ultimately, I think we did it. I just think that we were more advanced than what we think we were. Yeah.
Man, I always think about that time. I always think about the time before us. But I never think about other times that we don't even know about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, there's they keep finding more and more ancient ruins. I mean, humans have been on this planet longer than we thought.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, they keep finding evidence of civilizations that date back
I thought we've been
further.
here a couple thousand years. So you're saying
we've been here hundreds of thousands of years. Yeah.
There's a very popular book that says otherwise. I got some text.
Yeah.
There's some ancient text I can show you.
Okay.
Is
this according to Matthew by chance? Luke? Man, you know it's a good book when the author's got one name. You know what I mean? That one name fame, like
they didn't
Sinbad.
have last names yet.
Yeah.
This is before last name.
I'm Matthew. Matthew who? Yo, you don't even have to ask.
There's only one.
There's only
You're
one
not
Matthew,
gonna
dog.
find another Matthew. Oh man. Kenny, we met in a funny circumstance. Well, we met, but we connected. You were coming to Atlanta.
Oh man. Yeah.
You hit me up about doing shows.
Yeah.
I told you about a show. The message kind of came out, I didn't really know what you wanted. So then I guess I clarified. I was like,
yeah. I asked you if there was any black rooms I could do in Atlanta because I like to make sure that my material is wide-reaching. And you said black rooms or hood rooms.
Yeah.
And I said, either, bring it on. And I think I overcalculated my ability to connect.
Okay.
Yeah.
But see, my thought process was, I'm going to give Kenny this room. He's got chops. He's in New York.
Yeah.
Boom. If he kills this room, a whole world of money and opportunities open up.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
But also, like, if you just wanted to get up and be in front of a certain audience, I guess that was available, but there would be no monetary.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking more on the road,
Yeah, I just, I always think it's good to step out of your comfort zone. I've seen what happens to comedians when they only perform for other hipsters.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
It's fun.
Yeah.
It is fun.
It is fun.
It does feel like, all right,
I'm really good at this.
Yeah.
Man, all these people that have had the exact same life as me sure like my material.
It feels good to be able to be on stage and be stream of conscious.
Yeah.
And be able to just, I thought something, it's funny, boom, they got it. I didn't have to have that feeling of the extra work that goes in between thinking about what an audience is, how they're gonna receive something.
Yeah.
But that is very necessary if you want to talk to strangers for a living.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to, and also too, like when I try to be consistent with whatever room I'm in. So I try not to change what I'm doing.
Yeah.
So that's the other thing. I want to test what I do in front of a wide range of audiences so I can get used to, hey, if this part's not working, don't panic, push through. Maybe, maybe the punchline will justify this sort of stretch of people trying to figure you out.
Right.
And you don't know that unless you put yourself up in that situation.
Right.
So my interest in doing that was more to push myself as a comedian and less about trying to like kick down doors and
I got you.
And whatever, because my act is not I'm probably not going to be the comic that like makes a ton of headwaves in that world. However, I would like to be able to perform and do well on any stage.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I get that. I think it was really because we didn't know each other that well, so I just was confused by,
why I asked that.
Yeah.
Well, it's just I noticed it in Chicago. Like I kind of, as a blessing, and a surprise, discovered Jokes and Notes, and I would perform there, and it made me such a better performer. And Ramon Rivas, our friend, he's the one that told me about it and took me down there for the first time. And I don't know if I would have done that without Ramon being like, no, you should check this out.
Yeah.
And then in doing so, I was like, damn, I got a lot better. And then I would go from there to a very hipster open mic on the same night and do the same material. And I was like, wow, this is like what I need to be doing.
Catching fire.
This is expanding my, this is making me way better.
Yeah.
And so that's really where it came from. Like I knew I wasn't going to be like the white Def Jam comic or whatever, because that's not authentic to me.
Yeah.
Like I think there are white comics that authentically thrive in that space.
And
but that doesn't mean I don't want to be able to stand up in any situation and confidently deliver my material.
Right.
And that's what it is. And I also do, I like to talk about race in my act, and I don't, it feels weird doing that in front of mostly white audiences all the time.
Right. And also, I don't know, when I do choose to do that, I don't want certain people to like roll their eyes or feel like I'm not nailing it.
Right.
And so in order to do that, you kind of got to make sure what you're saying is fully in tune with what you mean.
Right.
You know?
Right. And it's also like, for me, the pressure as a white comic in that situation to pander. Because I know, like, I get up there when the DJ's playing and start dancing all goofy and be like, oh, turn it off, DJ. I can't dance.
Right.
But, like, can I just stand up there and do my act and get laughs without doing that?
Right.
You know?
Well, also, you know, Kenny, I do respect that, you know, when you get on stage, you got to do a lot of unconvincing. There's a lot of things that you feel like the audience feels about you that you got to get, you know, in a funny way. You find ways to be like, hey, I'm not that guy.
Yeah.
I'm not that guy. I don't hate women.
Yeah.
Not racist, you know.
Yeah.
Hey, I know what I look like to you guys. You know, like it's a lot of that going on where it's like, man, I don't really got to disarm myself like that when I get on stage. I can just get right to it, you know?
Yeah. No, I look like the son of the inventor of the patriarchy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm the heir to patriarchy, and I've come to quell the uprising in the name of my father. And I'm dressed like a hipster to disarm you a little bit.
You know who my dad is?
Yeah, you know my father
He started the patriarchy.
And if you guys just play nice,
if you just make him a sandwich.
Come on, that was all in the past. We're rebranding. Yeah, I'm like the Kendall Roy of patriarchy. Yeah, I know. I do. And that's part of it too. It's just like, I know what I look like, and also where I'm from and the life experience I've had.
Yeah.
But I've always been interested in being very honest about that in a way that's broadly relatable. You
were a hooper, right?
Yeah. I mean, to some level. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to overstate it. You know,
you played college basketball.
I did play college basketball.
You made a basketball team.
Yeah, I have made
There's
a
recorded video of you playing basketball.
That's right.
These are all things I can't say.
Hey, there we go.
I've never made a team.
Wow.
Ever.
Wow.
Ever.
Wow.
Anytime there was ever basketball tryouts, I was not on the list.
Wow.
Even on a day-by-day, cuts-by-day,
wow.
I never have been listed as a basketball player
You
in
were
school.
first cut. You were first cut.
First cut. Yeah. Intramural team, cut. There was an email. 17 people went out for the team. 15 spots. Didn't get that.
Wow.
Yeah. These some dudes a year older than us. Just some sophomores decided they gonna coach.
Wow.
A team.
Wow.
Yeah.
Your coaches were a year older than you, and they were like, you can't.
I constantly think about if I would have responded how I am now, if I would have just like cursed them out in the email response to everybody, how little ramifications would it came from that. It would be fine.
Yeah, man. I'm trying to get better about that.
I should have went crazy.
I'm trying to get better about that.
And said some crazy, funny response to being cut from this team.
Yeah, but see, that's what's the beautiful. Have you talked about this on stage? Because that's hilarious.
No, I've never talked about it.
It's really
ever.
funny. 17 people tried out. It's intramurals.
Yeah.
You got cut by an email from a guy who's 1 year older than you.
I think I did talk about it in the SB's room one time.
Okay.
I think that was like good icebreaker, you know. Like, hey, letting y'all know, you know, I'm going to miss some trash into the trash can.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm going to try. I'm going to go for it.
Yeah.
Because we're in a sports environment. But
I feel
it's not buckets.
I feel like you got like a Rodman game. I could see you like really, really Borden.
That is my game.
Big rebounder.
Mm-hmm.
Run the floor.
Rebounder.
Aggressive defense.
Pound the ball. You know, pass it out. Yeah, aggressive defense. Yeah, that is my game. We've hooped.
Yeah.
We've hooped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun.
Mm-hmm. When you watch basketball, do you have like opinions on like what maybe a Austin Reeves goes through in the locker room, or like, you know, a JJ Redick, you know, some of these guys that like you see, and you know, like they're in the mix, they're playing and stuff, but at the same time, you know, there's all kind of dynamics and stuff that other players don't have.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, yeah, I feel like but by the time you get to the league, those guys have tough skin. I mean, I'm sure they spent their whole youth with dudes trying to punk them out, and because that's kind of what it is when you're a white ball player. It's kind of like pussy. Like, you know, it's like, come on. And I feel like, yeah, guys have tried to punk them out, whatever. And then they've learned how to deal with that. And then once you push through that, it's just instant respect. I mean, those guys are, I'm sure, some of the most respected locker. People love Austin Reeves.
Right.
You know?
Oh, man. Yo, they scratch him up and stuff. You see his arms at the end of the game. You're like, yo, this is crazy.
Yeah.
No one else's arms looks like, you know, they've been scratched up like that. But then he pounds his chest. He screams out, I'm him. You know, it's like, all right, dope.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. They have rumors he was dating Taylor Swift.
Austin Reeves?
Yeah.
Wow. What an ascension. Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
People got to stop comparing Taylor Swift to Michael Jackson. That's got to stop.
The kid didn't even know that was happening.
It's not happening. It's an agenda.
Well, that's unacceptable.
There's people that are trying to get the conversation going because they know what that conversation does to people.
So what are they trying to say? Greatest pop star of all time?
Yeah. By quantity of hits.
I mean, I know. This is a very tricky conversation because
we've talked about race.
It's funny that
we've talked about the ocean, the deep sea, your deepest fear. But when we get to Swift versus Michael Jackson, now it's like, hey man, we gotta be careful.
Well, it's
we talked about slaves, but hey, when you get once you get to Taylor versus Mike, it's like, hey, I'm not ready to.
I don't want to get canceled here.
You know?
Yeah, sure. I'll say slaves are good for building pyramids. But when you're talking about Taylor Swift now, I mean, come on, man, I'm trying to work. Well, you know, the thing is, it's music is obviously subjective, but I think when Michael Jackson was becoming the greatest pop star of all time, I don't know if there was the same machine behind him. Although that's not true. I mean,
there was a machine behind him.
There was a machine behind him,
right?
for sure.
But there was also a machine that was like trying to stiff arm him.
That's true.
Like he would personally call magazines and try to get on the cover. Like, hey, I'm going through a growth spurt. I look different. Put me on the cover.
Yeah.
I'm cute now.
Yeah.
Shoot me now. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. And they was like, no, we can't sell a magazine cover with you on it. Then by the time Thriller comes out, every magazine, he's probably on Sports Illustrated somewhere.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm also not a huge pop guy because I find
not
it to be
huge popular guy.
Well, it's just like
it's pop means
me,
popular.
But I always think about what Patrice said about comedy, right? If everybody likes you, nobody loves you.
Yeah.
So to me, there's a lack of depth inherent to pop music because it's palatable to everybody. So, and I think, I don't know, like Taylor's written some songs that I love.
Okay.
You know, I'm not an outright Taylor hater. Weirdly,
right.
I've talked about Taylor Swift on like 3 podcasts recently. I'm really scared. R.I.P. my mentions.
I mean, well, your people did send in a list of topics, and T Swift was on the top of that list.
They want to know. They want to know where I'm at on T Swift.
T Swift, the Bible, Egyptian slaves. Missouri, it's all.
Yeah, people are like, we got to see what this guy's. These questions feel pointed.
Yeah,
they saw a photo of me.
You sent in these questions.
Yeah.
I'm really confused.
Yeah, he'll go ahead and dig his own grave with these. Open with slaves, close with T Swift versus Michael Jackson. That's insane, though. Michael Jackson's impact. I mean, I don't know though. Taylor Swift, like, she has impact. The impact that she has is I can't grasp it.
Right.
It is crazy.
Right.
It is insane. And she speaks to people in a way that, like, I just have to respect it, I guess. You know what I mean? Like, it's not for me, but I hats off. People love her. They go nuts for her.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I'm trying to be less of a hipster about music as I get older, too. And
I gotta work on that. I gotta work on that.
It's hard because here's the thing, and I'll look at my own musical taste sometimes, and I'll be like, I'm also predictable. Like there's like it's easy to sit there and be like, everyone else is so basic, but then I'm like, if a song mentions psychedelics, I'm like, this is underground and cool.
Right.
Like a song like mentions like like weed or they cuss, and I'm like, yeah. Like, I'm also an idiot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm not super bohemian just because, you know, if a song's like, I ate a cap of mushrooms, I'm like, ooh, yeah, this is hot underground stuff. So I don't know, but it's just so, to me, it's so programmed. Like Michael Jackson, in a way, didn't feel like that. Michael Jackson was like popular, but it didn't feel. He
was building the program.
That's right. Yeah.
They were going and getting people who do sound effects and like sounds for movies and getting those sounds to put them in popular music.
Right.
They were hunting for sound.
Yeah, and he was the greatest dancer on the planet.
Yeah.
Which is a whole nother component.
Nobody's bringing up dancing, and your man was spinning.
Yeah.
Your man was spinning. You
Nobody's...
can say he wore knee pads. You could say no one's kneecaps are that strong. I will give you that. I know for a fact I've done some things to my knees trying to repeat what I saw on television. Sure. Knee pads, I'll give you that. You can't fake a spin.
Can't do it.
You can't fake a spin. You can fake a lean, but you can't fake a spin.
Right. Yeah, I haven't seen anybody winning like a high school talent show doing like the new Taylor Swift dance.
Right.
That's all I'm saying.
Right.
Like if you could moonwalk,
is impressive now.
Still.
And he did it 40 years ago.
Now, if I may also come to T Swift's defense here.
Okay.
What she brings to the table that a lot of pop singers don't is she does write a lot of her own music, and I respect that. I respect that. I like people that write their own stuff. That's an artist. She's an artist. And
that
she's
sounds
also
like privilege. That sounds like she got to go to 9th grade.
Oh, damn.
That sounds like she wasn't out cranking out the hits when other kids were in elementary school. Maybe Mike could learn how to write music. We have tapes of Mike making noises that sound like music and other people figuring out how to communicate that to other musicians.
Wow.
You know?
Yeah.
Like,
wow,
Mike...
someone wasn't raised in a dog kennel.
I'm sorry. Somebody, had to like dance and sing to put food on the table for a family of 10. But yeah, maybe they didn't get around to what a treble clef is.
Yeah? Wow. Taylor Swift is privileged because she can read and write.
Because she went to freaking 10th grade. If Eminem went to 10th grade, who knows how good.
That's good. Wow. If Eminem had only gone to 10th grade.
Come on. Eminem dropped out in the 9th grade. I remember hearing like Lose Yourself was out. I was in the 9th grade and I was like, man, he did not need this place at all. Like, This is amazing.
No.
Yeah.
And his vocabulary is so deep.
Come on. He can rap most words faster than I can think of.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm like, yo, this dude's going crazy. Let's see. Is this? Oh no, that's not it.
I knew you were looking for something. I was like, I think we're just gonna sit with this for a second.
Oh no, you could talk about whatever. You could talk about Eminem or whatever.
Did Taylor Swift? She finished because didn't she pop at like 15? I feel like she was like a country star in high school.
You know, that to me, that's propaganda. You come out with an album that's called 1989 because you was born in 1989 and then you was playing a teenager in a video in 2009. That means you're 19. You're no longer in high school. You marketing yourself as a high schooler. But, hey, it is what it is. You're still young. You're still young,
Wow. So hold on. So your evidence for Eminem not finishing high school is a song about putting things in a backpack?
No,
sounds like my man knows his way around a high school.
No,
Rob.
I'm just saying.
Trapper keeper got my beeper.
I'm just saying Taylor Swift. She might have went to school.
She might have went to school.
She might have went to school.
She might have.
Y'all
there's
comparing
no way
her to Michael Jackson. Like we'll never see that again. We'll never see somebody 11 be the coolest dude, and then at 21 be the coolest dude, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was quite the arc.
Right.
That was quite the arc.
Right.
Yeah.
And people don't even, like, people expect so much for the next 10 years, and it's like, y'all don't even appreciate the 15 years that went, you know. Come on. You man had to just be a 5-year-old and just get people to believe in him at 5.
Yeah.
Like
and
the minute he's talking and like moving around and stuff, it's like, all right, I got to get these people to believe in me.
And then you got to be a 21-year-old that's actually a 5-year-old mentally, and you got to get people to believe in you again. Think about that.
Not easy.
Not easy.
It's not easy. I see what you're doing. I see where you're going. And I just want to ask you, Kenny, you got an album coming out soon.
Thank you, Byron. I do. Yeah. Listen, I know your Kanye podcast, for obvious, maybe Michael Jackson podcast would be a little better.
Hey, man. Hey.
Let's dive into that.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
You know?
That's not a bad idea. Yeah. Endless material.
Do the first half of his career, first half of R. Kelly's career, and just keep going down the line. half podcasts.
Kenny, so the album's out.
Album's out. It's called Don't You Know Who I Am. There's a special version that with a video, whatever. Okay. It's on my YouTube for free. Don't You Know Who I Am? And then there's an audio only version, same title, and it has 20 plus minutes of bonus material that was cut from the special because I wanted to keep the special on theme.
Okay.
But yeah, and it's also the first 20 plus minutes of the album. So if you watch the special and you want to see what the extra time is, you can just listen to the first 22 minutes of the album.
Okay.
And shout out Charlie Crockett. That it is his song, I'm Just a Clown, that's in the intro and outro of the special, because everybody asked me because it's such a dope song.
Okay, and, wait, what's the song called?
I'm Just a Clown.
I'm Just a Clown.
By Charlie Crockett.
Okay.
Everybody's like, who is that? That's who it is. And yeah, man, check it out. It's free.
Take a look at me. I'm just a clown.
See, like in my nightmares when I can't fight underwater, this is what it sounds like.
I will frown. Paid the cost to hang around. So take a look at me. I'm just a clown.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, that was amazing.
Yeah.
Remix.
Hey, man, that's what we do. Make sure y'all go buy the special, you know. Get the extra 20 minutes. Buy the album, you know. Then watch the special. Receiving it in all the ways, but for sure.
Yeah, and I think we're going to have vinyl prints as well, if you're a vinyl person.
Okay.
And the cover art is amazing. My boy Francois did it.
Okay.
And, yeah, support DIY artists. That's what we are. You know, out here just making it happen.
Yeah. Anything else you want to tell the people?
Follow me on Instagram, TikTok. I'm on Threads. We'll see how long that lasts.
Okay.
At Kenny DeForest, 1 R. Don't put an extra R on there. And come see me live.
Come see Kenny DeForest live, an amazing live show. Also, comics. One of my favorite people to riff with in the green room type situation. Yeah, a real riffing good time.
We always have a nice time.
If you're in Ranson, Wisconsin, I need to see you in that theater. Yeah, Nerd Night. I'm gonna be in the Carlsbad, San Diego area. Look out for the date that's coming soon. Also, Charleston, I might be out there soon. So, yeah, y'all look out. Keep your ears and eyes peeled. This has been the Inconsistent Podcast with Rob Haze. Thanks so much for doing it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
yeah,
Thank
yeah.
you for having me.
Yeah.
Fun as always.
Of course.